How's everybody doing tonight? I put up this little countdown timer to remind me when to start. So I hope you all are well. We will be getting underway shortly, and as you can see here, right about 3 minutes and 40 seconds from now. Tonight it's Carolina and New York in the HTFL. It's October 13th, 2020. Do I have that correct in my slides? Well, I don't have the recording date on my slides anymore, so I don't have to worry about it, which I guess is a good thing. So I'll just do my little warm-up deck here with a little over 3.5 minutes to go. Hope you all are well. And let me just say something in the chat real fast. And then we will get started with this game in a little bit. There we go. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to airtime. This is Apollo Control. So, getting my slides ready, just making sure everything is correct. This is the day, October 13th. They're playing. There's an NFL going on, a game going on tonight, Tuesday night. 2 minutes to go before we get started. Two. And the baseball playoffs in full swing. The Rays don't get started till about 20 minutes of 9 Eastern time. They're up 2-0 in their series. I haven't seen how Atlanta and the Dodgers are doing, so while I wait for this live stream to start. Oh yeah, they're up 2-0. They're up 2-0 on the Dodgers, so the Braves could be up 2-0 in that series. But it's in the fourth inning still, so plenty of time as I record this. Right now it is 7:28 and a half. So I hope you all are getting the stream fine and dandy. See a few of you in here. And we will get started in just a little bit. There is about a 20-second lag from when I talk to you to the time you get to see it, but thinking that is normal. We're under a minute. Stand by, everybody. Down to 50 seconds. Hopefully this goes a little better than last night when I thought I was streaming and I wasn't at all. But we're looking forward to doing the game. Hopefully live, but this time I am recording this on top of streaming this, so I'm only using up 7.5% of my CPU, so that's good. We will fade to black at 10 and get started. Big Polly's World of Sports Sims presents live and in color HTFL football. Tonight we have Carolina traveling to New York. Carolina leading the Upper South Division and New York the Upper East Division. I'm Big Polly coming to you live. We hope you all are well. This will take me a little longer to do because usually what you see is sometimes edited. So we will go over to the game screen and we will show you that Carolina and New York. New York's a 4-point favorite tonight. Carolina, the road team, they will be controlled by the computer. I am the human controller of New York. 56 degrees and raining in New York for this game in November. And a wind of 10 to 20 mile per hour. Carolina won the toss deferred, so New York will receive the start quarter number 1. As I set up a few things here. And just check, making sure that I am up and running. And it looks like I am. So here we go, folks. Bring this up. So like I said, I'm going to be going a little slower than I normally do, just to make sure everybody can see what's going on. And if anybody could see me, I'd appreciate you all hollering for me in the chat, making sure this is up and running and you all could see it. It is Cam Newton and Eli Manning quarterbacking their respective teams. John Fox, the coach for Carolina, who went on to Denver and won a Super Bowl, and Bill Parcells leading the New York Giants, a combination of the Giants, Jets, and some old New York teams back around World War II. New York in the blue, Carolina in white, rain coming down, 10 to 20 mile an hour wind, and New York will have the wind advantage for quarter one and quarter number 4. Christie back deep with Sanders and Glenn will set the lineups after the kickoff, and Christie's going to take it 2 yards deep. And he takes it out to the 26, a pickup of 28 on the return. We'll set the lineups real quick for the Giants in offense. Barber and Snell, your running backs. Beckham Jr. and Sauer at wideout. Castor at tight end and Manning at quarterback out of Ole Miss. Brown, Snee, Mangold, Younce, and Powell, your offensive line. Younce doubles as the punter for New York. Carolina defense is not all that bad. Peppers, Rucker, Jenkins, Short, your front 4. Davis, Cushley, and Beeson at linebacker. Norman, Gamble, Minter, and Harris play in the defensive backfield, and that's probably where New York will excel, throwing the ball on Carolina. Tiki Barber will get the first carry. A blitz coming, so we're going to change it to a screen. And that's incomplete. Beeson got a hand on it for the Panthers, and it's 2nd and 10. Medium cross to Odell Beckham Jr. Manning looking, and it's picked off by Harris. No return. He has his 2nd pick of the year. And he's one of the safeties on this Carolina team, and that's interception number 2 this year for Harris. So we'll set up the Carolina offense and the New York defense, and my work will be done here in terms of lineups. Stewart and Goings are your running backs. Smith and Muhammad at wideout. Olsen at tight end. Newton at quarterback. Gross, Norwell, Khalil, Wharton, and Rockemeyer. That's your offensive line. For New York, a pretty stout defense. Strahan, Gastineau, Weinmeister are your front 3. New York's the only team that plays a 3-4. Taylor, Huff, Carson, and Lewis are your 4 linebackers. Rivas, Glenn, Johnny Sample, and Spec Sanders are your safeties. So let's see what Carolina can do. 1st and 10 at the 40. Manning's second throw of the game was the pick. That's a 2-yard gain for Jonathan Stewart, and Lawrence Taylor makes the tackle. Setting up 2nd and 8 at the 38. And don't be late. The throw. And that's going to be 6. It's not going to suck. It's going to be 6. Greg Olsen with the 38-yard touchdown catch from Newton, and it's 6-0 Panthers. And this is already proving to be a little bit surprising. Here's your extra point by Josh Sly, and it's good, and it's 7-0 Carolina. And we have just begun a minute 9 into quarter number 1. So, with that, I'm just looking, making sure my live stream is still going. It is. Thank you very much. Christie again back deep for the Giants. This will be returned. Remember, New York has the wind, and that's a return of 29 yards. So New York will go back to the drawing board here. Off tackle right, Tiki Barber. A blitz coming, so it's going to be a screen to Matt Snell. And he overthrows Snell, incomplete. So Manning off to a bad start. He is 0 for 3 with an interception. And we have a long way to go in this game. Having water tonight because it's 7:30 and it's too close to my bedtime. So I am just going to fix a couple of things here. I had a Coke earlier, and that's what you hear clinking around. And let's see here. 2nd and 10. So Manning's going to go to the air, and he's going to look to George Sauer. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Don Maynard, who was in as the third wide receiver. And it is 3rd and 10. Santana Moss, they go to 4 wide. They're going to go to Santana Moss on the medium slant. And it's not going to be there, nowhere close. Incomplete. And another 3 and out for the Giants, who got trounced. I wouldn't say trounced, but they got beat by Dallas last week, and they have come out a bit lethargic so far in this game. Here's Younce, lineman / punter, and a booming punt of 55 yards. Backs Carolina back to their own 14. We have 13:05 left in the opening quarter. Newton, 1st and 10. It is Stewart on the draw, Strahan on the tackle, and a gain of 3 yards. 2nd and 7, and the ball is at the 17 now. Goings is going to pick up a yard. Mo Lewis, played for the Jets, makes the tackle. And we have Kelvin Benjamin coming into the game for the Panthers as a third wide out. 3rd and 6. Newton will throw and can't find Glenn. Incomplete. Glenn actually batted it down. He was looking for Kelvin Benjamin. So punting time. And the return, a not bad one. It was Nortman who punted for 42 yards, and Tunnell with the return of 12 to the 48. A 1st and 10. 11:28 left. Opening quarter. We still have a long way to go. It is 7-0 in favor of the Panthers. Sweep left, Tiki Barber, 1st and 10. And this one, a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5, ball at the 43. We'll go to Odell Beckham on the slant in the double tight end set. That's caught. And Beckham gains 22 yards. Nicely done. It's now 1st and 10. They'll go back to the base formation. They'll look for Castor on the medium hitch. Or was it a short hitch? Either way, it was caught, and it's a 1st down, a pickup of 11. 1st and goal now at the 10, and New York has found their groove. Pitch to Tiki. Blitz coming, so it's going to be a screen to Snell. Confuse them both ways. Another incomplete pass. Manning now 2 of 8 for 33 yards. 9:05 left in the opening quarter. Off tackle right. Barber gains 6 to the 4. Jenkins will remain in the game despite what appears to be an ankle injury. 3rd and goal. They'll go single back, double tight end. They'll look for Castor on the short cross. And Castor, a touchdown. And we're dead even. It's about to be dead even. 7-6. That's TD throw number 25 for Peyton Manning. Your extra point, good by Nugent, and we are tied at 7-7. We have 8:14 left to go in the first quarter. So I will again check the old live stream because I'm kind of anxious about it and hoping to chat with people, which I will be able to do now that I have 2 monitors, which why I didn't do live streams to begin with was because I only had a single monitor. It was much easier for me to tape games and show them to you at a later time, and now I can do live streams. I got a second monitor last month, so we can do that. Goodson is back deep to receive the kickoff. We have Oliver and Stewart also back as up backs for Carolina, but it won't matter because it's a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Panthers, and we have a dead even 7-7 game. This is Stewart with a lot of running room past the 50, and he might go 30, 20, 10. And Rivas with a touchdown saving tackle after Stewart had gained 78 yards. Now, I'm going to run the replay because I didn't see how the play started. Yeah, oh yeah. Stewart blew everybody off the line. And you'll see 24, that's Rivas, making the tackle at the 2. So first and goal from there. Newton is going to run it in. Touchdown, Panthers.
The previous play is under review.
But we have a booth review. Hang on.
The ruling on the field is confirmed.
A touchdown for Carolina, the third touchdown we've had in the first 7 minutes and 56 seconds of play. Point after good by Sly, and it's 14-7. So, back to New York. Christie, Sanders, and Glenn. Back deep. And Christie's going to bring this out.
Illegal block. Receiving team.
A return of 27, but Sanders gets called for the illegal block. And that'll make it first and 10 at the 14 with 6:59 left. And the Giants are going to test the defensive backfield of the Panthers, and wisely so. Odell Beckham Jr., one of the number 13s. That's a gain of 14. We have two 13s in the wide receiver lineup. Don Maynard is at the top of your screen, and Odell Beckham Jr. down below. Screen to Barber, and it's a great call because the Panthers were blitzing. And let's see how far Barber gets. To the 45, to the 46. He picks up 18. That's a first down. Ball now at the 46. Trap right. Tiki Barber, who really hasn't had too many chances to run the ball. This is his third carry, and it's going to be for an 11-yard gain. He's now up to 22 yards rushing. He has had one catch, the screen that he just had, and that went for 18 yards. First and 10 now at the 43 of Carolina. 5:14 to go. Beckham Jr., play action medium pass. This time a fumble recovered by Carolina. Kuchley. So we have had a lot of action so far in this game. First and 10. Carolina now has it at their own 45. We have had 2 turnovers by the Giants, none for Carolina, but we've had a lot of big plays so far. Stewart, a gain of 4. Mark Gastineau makes the tackle, and it's 2nd and 6 at the 49. That's right. In this game, Mark Gastineau is a Giant because New York is a combination of the Giants and Jets. 2nd and 6. Incomplete. That was to Stewart, and a terrible throw, our spotters say, by Cam Newton. It's now 3rd and 6 at the 49. This is Newton, throwing, incomplete. And trying to see who the intended receiver was. Nobody. Okay, so watch for the fake punt here on 4th and 6 from the 49. And it's a sideline punt. Goes 34 yards. Nortman. No return by Tennell. And the ball is spotted at the 17. First and 10. We have 3:34 left in the opening quarter. Back to Barber on a trap left. And Barber bounces off a couple of defenders and gains 3. Julius Peppers on the tackle for Carolina. An up and down game so far. And we'll see what's going on here. 2nd and 7. We'll go Sauer, medium hitch. Oh, that bounced right off his hands. Incomplete. 3rd and 7 now. The ball at the 20. And we're going to go a fly to Don Maynard. And Maynard's got it. That'll be a gain of 20. Don Maynard has not seen a lot of action. He's kind of deep on the depth chart, but he had a game-winning touchdown against Miami a few weeks ago in overtime. 2:41 left. Trap right. Tiki Barber. Barber hits the hole well. Gain of 8 yards. And we're going to go deep. Going to look for Odell. Play action bomb. There it goes. Batted by somebody. No, actually, Manning checked down to Rich Caster, and it fell incomplete. 3rd and 2. Beckham. Short crossing route. And it's caught. And Beckham having a nice day so far. 14-yard gain. That is 3 catches for him for 50 yards. 1:06 left. I think the Giants will use that wind advantage and keep throwing. Sauer on the Jort slant. And it's caught. Gain of 8. So Manning has already thrown the ball 16 times. That'll be the end of the first quarter. It is Carolina 14 and the Giants 7. So let's talk about the games coming up, our next 5 games. Tomorrow night, 7:30, we're going to be doing these live streams every night, 7:30, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have Denver traveling to Pittsburgh. San Francisco plays Detroit Thursday night. Miami and Philadelphia, that will be the Friday night game, 7:30. Monday, we have Dallas and Minnesota. And then Tuesday night, Houston travels to Kansas City. So those are your next 5 games after this one, right here on the Hometown Football League, right here on Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. Hope you all are well as we start this second quarter of play. It is 14-7 in favor of Carolina. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, folks, just bringing a couple of things up that I will be using. Okay. Okay, we're back to the live action. And right now it's a 2nd and 2 at the 30. Now New York throwing into the wind. It's going to be Barber off tackle left. We're going to change it to a medium fly route and go to George Sauer. Instead, it's fumbled, and Peppers forced to fumble, but this time Mangold got it back for New York. It's 3rd and 3 at the 31. And let's see what they'll do here. They'll go to Caster, short cross. If not, they'll have to try a field goal, maybe. Caster's got the first down, a pickup of 12. And let's give you the quick stats summary here after the first quarter and 52 seconds of the second. 22 plays by New York. 17 were throws as they were trying to take advantage of the wind. Good 10 to 20 mile an hour wind at their back, which they're now throwing into. They had 153 yards total. Carolina, 10 plays and 128. So they had a very offensive, they had a very explosive offense when they had the ball. Off tackle right, we're going to change that to a screen. Tiki Barber. Barber, that goes by him. Beeson on the coverage. And it's now a 2nd and 10 at the 19. Sauer, medium hitch. Incomplete. And Powell appears to have been hurt, one of the linemen. George Sauer has dropped 2 passes on the day. Hill will come in to replace Powell on the line. He's out of Texas Southern. Played for the Giants in 1971. Actually, he played for the Jets, Winston Hill. So there you go. And on 3rd and 10, they're going to look to Maynard. And we want to be sure we get the first down, so it's going to be a medium hitch pass. Caught. Touchdown, Don Maynard. So Maynard contributes. It is 14-13. That's the 2nd touchdown that Peyton Manning has thrown today to go along with the 2 turnovers the Giants have. Point after try good, and Manning now with 26 touchdown throws. We are dead even at 14, 13:08 left in the half. Goodson back deep for Carolina. And this is a good return. Goodson all the way to midfield. A return of 48. So there you go. 1st and 10, ball at the 50. Carolina had was an expansion team in 1995 as Newton throws to Muhammad, a gain of 9, and they almost made the playoffs right away. They made the playoffs faster than Tampa Bay did. I believe it was like their second or third season they made the playoffs and made the NFC Championship game, losing to the Packers. 2nd and 1 at the 41. Of course, they did not have the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte ready to go. I'm not going to challenge the spot. I am just going to let Carolina get the first down. We'll save the challenge for later. Ball the 40. So the first year they played at Clemson, the university in Clemson in Greenville, South Carolina. Of course, Clemson has won a couple of national championships in the 20 teens. Very, very rich tradition of football at that school, so not a bad choice to get your franchise started. And then in the second year they moved to Charlotte. 2nd and 10 at the 40. This is Goings. Gain of 4. And they've had some very good athletes play at Carolina over the years. 3rd and 6 at the 36. Newton throws in traffic, and that's incomplete, looking for Olsen. Now, they'll bring Sly on, and he's going to try a 53-yarder with the wind at his back. This will give Carolina the lead. It does. Josh Sly hits it, and it's 17-14. I gotta tell you, folks, this has not been a bad game so far. We have 9:57 left to go. Christie, Samuels, and Glenn back deep. It's a touchback. And I'm going to check an issue maybe here. Hang on, folks. Stand by for a moment. Chat amongst yourselves if there are multiple people in here. Let's see. Okay, analytics, stream health. As I said, we'll be back in just a moment. There we go. Actually, I need to set it up another way. I'm getting used to doing the live streams, so if you'll just bear with me a moment. There we go. Okay. 1st and 10 at the 20. Barber off tackle right. No pickup. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Ball at the 20. We're going to go to Don Maynard. Medium slant. Caught. And that's a gain of 8. 3rd and 2. And we'll go double tight. And we're going to run on the inside. And we're going to look for Barber. And Barber's got the first down. He picks up 5. He has 7 carries and 38 yards, 1 catch for 11. Pitch right, Barber. But a marker.
False start. Offense. Number 10, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
What I was looking at, it was the fact that YouTube's warning me I'm only transmitting in 960 by 600. So sorry about that, folks. We will try to fix that on future streams. 1st and 15. I would think that would be an OBS issue, and I can't stop now to look at it, so we will look at it at a future point. 1st and 15. Screen to Matt Snell. That's what I was looking at. Caught by Snell. Will he get to the first down marker? Almost. Gain of 14. And it is 2nd and 1. And we're bringing in the second tight end, but it's going to be a play fake to Odell Beckham Jr. And he's caught it. Gain of 24. That moves Beckham to 82 yards receiving on the day on 5 carries. Barber, trap left. And he's hitting the holes today, a gain of 4. That moves him to 8 carries and 42 yards, 6:22 left. And it was Kuechly who makes the tackle. And we're looking to see who we can throw to. How about Rich Castor on the short hitch? That's caught, and a first down and a penalty.
Grabbing the face mask. Defense.
Against Carolina.
Number 21, 10-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
That is Lucas. And that's half the distance, moving the ball to the Carolina 10. With the ball to Snell a few times here. Trap left. And Snell will gain a few. It'll be 3 yards. And it'll be second and goal at the 7. Barber. Well, actually, no. We're going to go Snell again. Off tackle right. And that's a pickup of 2, but
Holding offense. Number 13, 10-yard penalty.
Beckham doing a little unnecessary bending. And that moves it back 10. Second and goal at the 17. Beckham Jr., medium hitch. We'll go right to him. Incomplete. That was thrown into traffic. Third and goal at the 17. They'll go 4 wide, put a man in motion, throw a medium pass to Santana Moss. Moss is open, and Moss, the third different receiver for the Giants to get a touchdown today. Santana Moss, and the Giants retake the lead. It's 20-17. With your point after try coming up, it is good, and it is 21-17 with 4:35 left to go in the half. Goodson back deep for Carolina. Scores aplenty tonight. And that's a 17-yard return. Sam Huff makes the tackle. Goodson on the return. And it's 1st and 10 from there. Newton to throw, sacked by Carson. Carson came up the middle and lowered the boom on him. And that's a loss of 9. 2nd and 19 at the 16. Newton finds Olsen on the sideline. A gain of 6. 3rd and 13. Ball to 22. See what Newton does here. And Weinmeister introduces himself. 5-yard loss. And the Giants are not going to call a timeout yet. Worf 18 at the 17. Nortman back deep to punt for Carolina. And this is going to be a return by Tennell for 9 yards. The punt went 54, so the net was 45. We have 2:20 now left in the halftime. Till halftime, it is 21-17 in favor of the Giants. Glad you are along watching this game, either on the live stream or via the recording that will ensue afterwards. A pitch to Tiki Barber on 1st and 10 out of the I formation. And this time Barber loses 4 yards. Beeson makes the tackle. We'll go to the 2-minute warning. Each team with 3 timeouts. It's going to go to Sauer on a medium hitch. 2nd and 14, now 3rd and 14. As it is now 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. Barber. No, 3rd and 14 you want to throw. What am I doing? We're going to go a medium fly route to Sauer. 28th pass already. But it's going to be short of the first down. That was to Castor. He gained 8. They needed 14. So Younts will come in to punt. We'll see if Carolina can get anything going on a 2-minute drill. Penalty. Nope, no penalty. Oliver made a fair catch after the punt went 42. First and 10 at the 16 with 141 left. Incomplete. Looking for Olsen. Second and 10. Carolina with 2 timeouts now after using one on third down. That was deflected by Darrell Rivas. Rivas Island. Third and 10 at the 16. A throw. Incomplete. Muhammad, the intended receiver, and the Giants will now get it back on the punt. A minute 29. They didn't even have to use the timeout. This is a good punt by Nortman, 54 yards, and Tennell brought it back 7, so the net was 47. Minute 23 left, and I'm sure the Giants are going to go over the middle a few times. Here's Sauer, first and 10 at the 37. The throw, incomplete. Sauer has now dropped 3 on the day. He's going to have his 30th pass coming up, Eli Manning. They'll go to Beckham here. Second and 10. Caught. A gain of 8. He's at 231 on the day, Peyton Manning, in terms of passing yards. Giants will call time. Third and 2. It's going to be a short hitch to Castor. And a completion to Castor. And a gain of 10. Minute 5 to go. They'll go no huddle. It's going to be Sauer on the slant. And Sauer's got it. Gain of 8. And the Giants will call time. 44 seconds left in the half. Beckham Jr. medium out pass. That's caught. Down the sidelines goes Beckham to the 21. A gain of 16. Manning has thrown 33 passes in the half, and he's not done yet. They say he didn't get out of bounds, so it's a no-huddle situation here. Maynard, medium out. Sacked by Rucker. And now Manning's got to spike the ball. With 24 seconds left, he does, and they'll run it down to 14 seconds. Third and 14 at the Carolina 25. They can go over the middle here because the next play will probably be the last of the half. They're going to go to Castor. He's wearing 88. There's your throw. And Castor has a touchdown. And Eli Manning having a field day after a slow start. He has thrown for 4 touchdowns in the half, 21 of 35 for 290. Wow. Your point after try. Good by Nugent. And we have 5 seconds left in the half. So, squib kick time. Goodson looked like he was the receiver who took it. And we go to the half. It is 28-17 in favor of the Giants. And we'll be right back in just a moment. Okay, back to start the second half. 28-17, a very active first half of play. New York 324 yards, 45 plays. Carolina has only run 19 plays for 134. Check the time of possession. Yeah, Carolina's only had it 10 minutes 29 seconds, and New York's had it for 19:31. Goodson, Oliver, and Stewart back deep for the Panthers. Will only trail by 11, can get back in this game in a hurry. They have the offense to do it. Van Pelt makes the tackle after Goodson gains 27 yards. Brad Van Pelt, no relation to Linus and Lucy of Peanuts. First and 10 at the 34. Of course, they were fictional characters. A gain of 2 by Goings, and Taylor makes the tackle. And it's now 2nd and 8 at the 38. Goings again, and this time it's a loss of a yard. And Strahan made the tackle there. 3rd and 9 at the 35. Here's your throw, caught, and it's going to be a first down Carolina That was to Olsen. First and 10 at the 48. And Olsen with another catch, a gain of 15. Sample on the tackle. So Cam Newton getting hot. He starts the game 5 of 12, 81 yards. First and 10, another throw to Olsen, but a marker.
Offense, number 67,
Khalil.
10-yard penalty.
They get him for holding, and it's first and 20. See what the Panthers have in mind here. Bounces off of Olsen, incomplete. Cam Newton knows he has other receivers, right? Second and 20 at the 47. The throw, and that's a catch. Muhammad, a gain of 13. Third and 7 at the 34. Just beginning quarter number 3, if you've queued up to this point. It's 28-17. Olsen again, 14 yards. Olsen red hot. 5 catches for 86 yards. Now a first and 10 at the New York Giant 20. Screen to Mick Goings, and Goings goes all the way. A touchdown. His longest catch of the year, 20 yards. And it's 28-23. Your point after try. Good by Josh Sly, who hit the 53-yarder earlier, and it's 28-24. If you're just tuning in, we've had quite an offensive aerial battle. Carolina getting a lot of big plays, but so are the Giants. 28-24. Here's your kickoff to Christie. He's 9 yards deep in his end zone, so he will down it. And we're going to go quick pitch to Tiki Barber. And Barber gains 5,
Holding.
but it comes
Offense,
back.
number 60, 10-yard penalty.
They get Younts for holding, first and 20. So we'll see what happens here. Outside run, Barber again, first and 20. Ball is at the 10. And that's a 3-yard loss. And now danger here for the Giants. Second and 23 at the 7. In other words, a cab ride from Parsippany, New Jersey. Screen to Barber. Blitz coming, so this will not be a bad play if executed properly. And Barber's got it. He's at the 10. He's at the 20. He'll get the first down. Yes, he does. A gain of 23. Nicely done by Eli Manning, who now goes over 300 yards on the day. 313 to be precise. Barber, trap right. And this is going to be a loss of a yard. Barber now down to 34 yards rushing on 11 carries. He has 2 catches for 41. Sauer, medium slant, second and 11. Remember, New York throwing into the wind. Incomplete. It was a check down to Tiki Barber, but he couldn't find anybody. Third and 11, they'll go to Castor on the medium hitch. And that bounces off of his hands. Castor wanting a flag. Castor can also play wide receiver. So it's a 4th and 11. Younts, Slim Younts will try to bounce one here. And a pretty decent kick. The punt went 47. Oliver made the fair catch at the 24. First and 10. It's a 28-24 game in favor of the Giants, but for how long, who knows? Stewart gains 3 yards. Stewart has not really been heard from since that long gain of 78 yards he had earlier. He has 6 carries and 91 yards. Second and 7 at the 28. Cam Newton. Complete to Muhammad. He goes down the sideline. Gain of 15. Gross was hurt, the left tackle for Carolina, but he's shaking it off. Of course, Cam Newton came from Auburn and took the Tigers to a national title in the 20-teens, and then he has found a great deal of success with the Panthers and now has moved on. After an off year last year in 2019, he's with the New England Patriots now, who are using Cam to replace Tom Brady. Newton off the hands of Olsen, and that's his second drop of the day. So a lot of dropsies going on, but both teams having to deal with a strong wind, 10 to 20 mile an hour. For second and 10 and at the 42. Newton will run, and he's a very capable runner, as his days at Auburn proved. A 13-yard gain. And Spec Sanders makes the tackle at the 45. First and 10 from there. Going to be to Stewart. Stewart with the sweep, and it's a gain of 4. Harry Carson makes the tackle. Second and 6. Here's your throw. A dump off to Stewart, who gains 7. First and 10 at the 34. We have 4:05 left in quarter number 3. A gain of a yard. Gastineau on the tackle on Jonathan Stewart. Gastineau does not really look all that right in giant blue, I gotta tell you. Second and 9 at the 33. Of course, Gastineau tried his hand at boxing after his football days were over, and that didn't go well. A loss of 4 yards. And Gastineau must have been hearing me because he knocked Stewart out for a TFL. Tackle for loss. Third and 13 at the 37. This is Newton throwing over the middle. Olsen, touchdown. That is 6 catches and 123 yards on the day for Olsen. And look now, Carolina is leading 30-28. Your point after, good by Sly. Barely got it in to the left of the right upright. And we have 151 left in quarter number 3. So this has been a shootout, and Cam Newton getting hot now. He's 11 of 20, 187 yards, and he has 3 touchdowns on the day. Christie back deep, and this is going to be 8 yards deep, so he will down it. But in a minute 51, the Giants get that 10 to 20 mile an hour wind advantage. So they're going to run it in the interim. Actually, this will be a screen to Tiki. Manning was forced out of the pocket, and that's an incompletion. Barber, pitch right. Second and 10. Make that third and 10 as there was no gain. Short on the tackle. We'll go Maynard, medium fly on third and 10. And instead a dump off to Barber that gains 7. And Younts will come in to punt. And Oliver, nice return. He might go. Oh, all the way to the 6-yard line. The punt went 42. The return was 53. So it was a net of negative 11. And the Giants will be in good shape when we start the fourth quarter. No, it'll be the Panthers who are in good shape to start the fourth quarter. 31-28, they lead. HTFL football, last night we had the recap show where we do 6 of the 16 games. We automatically played them out. We show you the box score. We recap them. I recap them. Who's this we? I don't have a mouse in my pocket. And then I do the remaining 10 games over the span of a 2-week period. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We play 5 of the 10 games, and then the other 5 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So our next recap show will be 6:30 October 26, right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. I'm eager to see how this game finishes out. Aren't you? First and goal, ball to 6. 286, that's the total yards for Carolina on 36 plays. The Giants have run 53 and have 350 yards. So let's see if the Panthers will go for the quick strike. Stewart to the 2, a pickup of 4. And it gets Cam Newton to 12 for 21, 191 yards and 3 touchdowns. Looking for touchdown number 4 here, I would think. Second and goal from the 2. It's going to be a handoff to Goings. Short of the goal line. Third and goal. Just outside the goal line. Could probably breathe and it would be a touchdown. Let's see. Stewart, touchdown. Easy. Easy peasy. And now Carolina with the 2-score lead, 37-28. Here's your extra point try. Good. 38-28 with 13:29 left in regulation. And let's see, Christie back deep for the Giants. And he's going to return it since he's only a yard deep. Some of the kickoffs have been boomers for the Panthers. That's a 35-yard gain to the 34. And Eli Manning's going to go right to work. To Maynard on the slant, one of the number 13s, but that bounces off of his hands, incomplete. Screen to Tiki, 2nd and 10. This is caught, but not for much. In fact, he loses 2. So now it's 3rd and 12. They will look to Moss. Incomplete. So now the Giants' offense malfunctioning. Younts with a booming punt. It went 53, and Oliver returned it 6, so the net was 47. 1st and 10 at the 21. Panthers 38, the Giants 28, with 12:21 left. Gain of 5. So if both these teams make the semifinals, it might matter if they wind up with a tied record, because the Panthers and the Giants, this is their only head-to-head game. So whoever wins this, if say they each won their conferences, the Panthers won the South and the Giants won the East, and if they were tied with the same record, then the Panthers would get the nod in terms of maybe hosting a game on the head-to-head game that's being played right now.
Number 78,
Bachenmeyer
penalty.
Called for holding, and it's 2nd and 15 at the 16. So the Panthers are backed up. Screen, not there. Stewart was covered very well by Sam Huff. CBS back in the 60s had a documentary about his life called the World of... Trying to think of the name of the documentary that had Sam Huff in it. The Violent World of Sam Huff is what I am thinking of, where they mic'd him up and you heard what he goes through a football game. 3rd and 15 to the 18. It was the first time the network had done that. And here's Strahan with the sack on Cam Newton. And now Carolina will have to punt from their own 8. So New York should get good field position out of this. Here's Nortman, and that was a wobbly duck of a punt. 44 yards. Return went 8 yards by Tennell. So Carolina at the 44. They have a 1st and 10. And Manning will quickly go to the air. Here's Maynard, a long pass. Here's your throw. Incomplete, but a marker.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 10, 10-yard penalty, loss of down.
They call Eli Manning for intentional grounding. Going to be 2nd and 20. Stretch play to Barber, and then we'll figure out what to do on 3rd down. And Barber gains 9 yards back. He has 43 yards on the day. This is a quarterback must-pass situation. And we're going to go to Maynard, medium slant route. Caught and a 1st down. Pick up a 14. So the Giants looking to stay in this game, and they figure this is going to be one of the drives they need. Maynard again on the slant. We'll just confuse them by running the same play. Incomplete. Tight coverage by Davis. Castor, medium out. Try to use the sideline as his friend, and he does it. Gain of 19. Castor now a season high, 8 catches on the day. And I'm just seeing the updates for the Braves-Dodgers game. 3-0 Braves. So the Braves could knock out the Dodgers and go to the World Series the way this is going. Although this is just the 2nd game of that series. And they're showing the highlights on TBS. So pardon me for interrupting. Trap right Tiki Barber. And that's for no gain. They'll go to Castor again, short hitch. It's 2nd and 10 from the 12. Incomplete. They'll look to Sauer on a short hitch on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a marker.
Offsides, defense.
That's
Number
going to work out
21,
nice for the
5-yard
Giants.
penalty.
Lucas. How about a draw to Tiki Barber here? 7:04 to go. And Barber, no, he got 3 yards. He needed 5. So the Giants will kick the field goal here. Nugent from 21. No good. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. I'm sorry. 38-31. We have 6:20 now left in the game unless we go to overtime. Goodson back deep. Touchback. So Newton, 12 of 22, 191 yards. Carolina, 289 total. Giants now at 393. So let's see what Newton can do here. Giants need a stop. Goings, no gain. And Lewis, who made the tackle, is who made the tackle. 2nd and 10. Draw to Stewart. He goes over 100 yards on the day at 102. And it's now 3rd and 5. Ball to 25. Down to the home stretch here. And the Giants are going to get the ball back. As Sam Huff made a tackle on the draw play. Snuffed Stewart out. And that was a loss of 2. 4th and 7 at the 23. Nortman back to punt. Another wounded duck punt. And Tennell could not return it too far. The punt went 39. The return went 7. And the Giants have it at their own 45 with 4:04 to go. Medium out, Sauer. He's got it. He's down the sideline. 30, 20, to the 12. And the Giants will go no. I don't know that they can on this play because it went out of bounds and it stopped the clock. Beckham, short cross. Incomplete. Barber, short pass. That's caught. That's a touchdown. And we're a point away from a tie game. Tiki Barber with the catch. And look at those numbers on Eli Manning. 28 of 51, 406 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. Here's your extra point. We're dead even. 38 and 38.
Defense. 5-yard penalty.
And the Giants will kick from the 40. In the HTFL, the kickoffs are normally at the 35. We use what has normally been used in modern times of football. And let's see what the Panthers can do. That's a touchback. The kickoff goes for touchback. Goodson takes a knee. 3:36 left in regulation. We are at 38 and 38. 1st and 10 from the 20. Goings going nowhere. No gain. Huff on the tackle. And the Giant crowd getting into it, chanting defense, defense, defense. 2nd and 10 at the 20. 3:31 to go. A little dump in the flat to Stewart, who gains 5. Johnny Sample on the tackle for New York. 3rd and 5. Incomplete to Stewart, and the Giants are going to get the ball back again. We'll set up for the return. Nortman, a better punt. Tennell gains 11. The punt went 45. And that's a net of 34 yards. Glad you could join us, either watching the game live or watching the replay of it. It is a 38-38 tie. If you're just tuning in, 2:22 left to go. Eli Manning has had a day. 28 of 51, 406 yards. They have the wind advantage. The wind advantage about 10 to 20 mile an hour, and they're going to keep it. Keep it in the air. Here is Maynard on a medium fly route, and he's open. Gain of 23, which gets him Manning to 429 in terms of passing yards for today. They'll go to the 2-minute warning. It's a 38-all tie. If they had to kick the field goal from here, Nugent would have a 53% chance of success, but I don't think the Giants are going to risk it on a field goal. They are instead going to go to Don Maynard on the medium slant. And Maynard has come through in the clutch before for the Giants, and that's an incomplete pass. Barber, screen on 2nd and 10. He's got it. 30. Got the first down to the 20, to the 15, to the 13. Now, the Giants can just take it easy. Harris made the tackle on that last play. They're going to go to a double tight end set. And we're going to go Barber dive on 1st and 10. Barber has given the Giants the lead. The Giants seem to be playing for the field goal and making sure it was the last possession, but Tiki Barber found the hole and has a touchdown. That went 13 yards. The Giants were trailing by 10 with 6 minutes to go, now lead by 7 if the extra point goes through, and it does. 45-38. We have 1:10 left. Goodson back deep for Carolina. It's returned, and only out to the 15. The return went 16. Brandon LaFell is entering as a 4th wide receiver for Carolina. We have 58 seconds left. A sack. Gastineau doing a happy dance. Loss of 5. And does Carolina call time? They would have to here, right? Yes, they do. They have 2 timeouts. The Giants still have all 3, although they probably won't need to use them. Newton will scramble and gains 4. 3rd and 11, and I'm sure Carolina will call timeout again, right? Yes. 1 timeout left for them. 3rd and 11. They got to go 86 yards to tie the game. Incomplete. 4th and 11, and I don't usually call defensive plays, but I'm going to call a 3-3 pass zone here. Caught, but short of the first. LaFell caught it, a gain of 5. And this one is over. Eli Manning will take 1 knee. Carolina calls their last timeout. And Manning takes another knee, and that is your game. 45-38. The Giants beat the Panthers. A very well played game, and we thought this game might be a good one. It was. The Giants and the Panthers came in 5th and 6th in the power rankings for this game. And it was quite a show. Manning, 452 yards. I'm sure he won the MVP honors, and he did. And let's get you back to the player stats real quick. 100 yards rushing for Jonathan Stewart. Olsen had a 123-yard game on 6 catches. We had Castor with 99 yards and Beckham Jr. at 98 with 8 and 6 catches respectively. So they nearly had 100-yard receiving games. And I always like to look at the tackles. Best player on each team had 7. Norman for Carolina, Johnny Sample for the Giants. So defensive backs wound up being the leading tackler of the game, and that just shows you that the offenses were dominant. We'll look at the scoring summary real quick. This was a game of spurts. Carolina had a 21-point unanswered run, which went from 28-17 Giants to 38-28 Carolina, and then New York came back with 17 unanswered and went from 38-28 to 45-38. So there you see the scoring summary there. Team stats, 505 yards for the Giants. Went 6 out of 7 in the red zone. Carolina was perfect. They were 3 for 3. 10 penalties in the game, so penalties did not really get in the way all that much. Carolina ran 50 plays. New York ran 73. And we have shown you the player stats. So we will now show you the standings and get on out of here. Our next game tomorrow night will be Denver and Pittsburgh. The Giants go to 8-2. They're now 3 games clear of New England. Philadelphia yet to play. They will play Miami ahead here in a few days. And as for Carolina, they fall to 6-4. Indianapolis has already played. Tennessee has yet to play, but nobody will be closer than 2 games to Carolina, so Carolina will still be up 2 games clear. So your next 3 games, San Francisco, I'm sorry, Denver and Pittsburgh will be the game tomorrow night, 7:30 on the live streams and later via recording. San Francisco and Detroit, Miami and Philadelphia. So Miami, Philadelphia will be Friday. And then we come back Monday and we do 5 fresh games and get you out of week 11. Week 12, by the way, is the Thanksgiving week here in the HTFL. I'm a little ahead in the calendar than as opposed to real life. So we will do both Thanksgiving games. Dallas does not host a Thanksgiving game. They go to Green Bay to play theirs. But Detroit hosts a game, and then we will also have the Monday night game next week. The Monday night game this week, by the way, is Los Angeles and Washington, and that ought to be another good one. So, we thank you for tuning in live or the replay of this stream, as the case may be. The Rays and the Astros are about to get started as I record this, so I will go check that out. This has been Big Paulie coming to you. We wish you well no matter where you are and no matter when you see this. Godspeed and God bless.